Great to have your company. It is my absolute favourite hour of the week. It is our Planet Cruise TV show. We have got 6 incredible cruises to get through, a river cruise, some really rare and unusual destinations as well. But I'm not alone. If it's Planet Cruise and if it is a Friday, it means Justin's with me. Hiya.
How you doing? You're right. It's Friday feeling.
Friday feeling. Always great to have your company.
It's great to be here.
You've got a wonderful background to tell us lots of top tips, because you cruised for many years, didn't you?
Yeah, just go and do it all. Just go and cruise, because the people that say to me, "Oh, I've never cruised before, I don't know whether I should do or not," go and try it. It's a different port every day. In some of these cruises, it's a different country every day. And with all the tours that are available, the historic sites, you can't turn an opportunity like that down. You
really can't. And there's lots of reasons as well to book with Planet Cruise, because Planet Cruise, they really are quite a bespoke, really.
Yeah.
Cruise agents that really will find that perfect cruise for you.
You've got travel agents, you've got cruise agents, and then there's Planet Cruise. Planet Cruise is top agent for so many of the different brands that we're going to be talking about today.
Which is great.
They get exclusive deals from these cruise lines that you're not going to find anywhere else. And also the people that you speak to have actually been in the cruise industry. Like myself, I spent 6 years at sea. We're going to be speaking to Glenn a little bit later on in the show. He was a tour manager with P&O as well. So you're actually speaking to people who know what they're talking about.
And I did exactly what you'll be doing probably today. Is I jumped onto the phone, I booked a cruise, I'm going on it next week, I can't wait. But it's so good to speak to people that can tell you exactly what you should do, where you should go, because they've been there, they've seen the ship, they've been on that ship, whether that ship's right for you. So do jump onto the phones. Notice it is a different phone number to normal. So it's 0800 781 5458. So please make sure you've got that number down. And of course, a different email as well, all the w's.planetcruise.tv. So do make sure you get everything sorted and stay with us, because we have got 6 amazing cruises coming up. We're going to start off with Thomson. This is the Thomson Majesty, and this will be a ship that you will love and go back to time and time and time again. This is quite different because this is Corfu to Tenerife, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually, well, it's what they call a repositional cruise.
Right.
And this is a great opportunity because these destinations don't usually go together. You get your Mediterranean, you get the Canary Islands, but to get these two, you know, starting in Corfu and then ending in the Canaries, it's a fantastic itinerary.
It is going to be so special, and on board a super ship as well. So let's have a little look on board. Keith is going to show us around.
With its uniquely British product, small, intimate ships, a great range of cruise and stay options, all tips included, an unrivaled number of regional airports you can fly from, plus a generous baggage allowance, it's little wonder that Thomson Cruises is turning heads. They boast one of the highest levels of repeat passengers in the industry, and after 6 years working for them, I can tell you why. They are without doubt the friendliest ships afloat. Some friends of mine who cruise a lot always pack 2 sizes of clothing. One for the start of the cruise, thank you, and one for the end. And once you've tasted the food on board, you'll understand why. It's international cuisine with a British twist. And with open sitting as standard, you won't need to rush trying to keep to the ship's schedule. You can set the pace and enjoy up to 7 meals a day. Trust me, it's possible. Whether it's a freshly pulled pint in a nightclub or sipping a cocktail of the day poolside, each of the bars on board Thomson ships enjoys a unique and special personality. With honest low prices, juggling waiters and service with a smile, you're never more than 2 minutes walk away from a refreshing aperitif. The Thomson Cruises has some of the best entertainment afloat. In a 2-week cruise, you'll see no fewer than 10 full production shows and some great comedy from award-winning UK guest artists. Add to that fantastic interactive game shows, cabarets, and all singing, all dancing deck parties, and you really won't want to go back to your cabin. There is lots and lots of choice with the accommodation on board Thomson ships, from insides through to stunning suites. All are en suite, offer 24-hour room service and 2 turn-downs a day. The only surprise you're going to encounter is what your hand towel will be transformed into when you return every night. My favourite was always the monkey with the sunglasses.
It's an 11-night cruise. It's an incredible price, and it's going to be as well a super trip. We're flying out first of all to Corfu, aren't we?
Yeah, and that's your embarkation port, and then you're going to be your first port you're actually going to be stopping in is Catalonia. Now this is a beautiful, beautiful island. You've got to go to one of the cave lakes. There's a lake called Lake Melusine, and inside of there, there's these beautiful green lagoons that just look absolutely stunning.
So we're looking at here where you're flying out to in Corfu. You're going to join the Thomson Majesty there. You've actually got flights as well going from so many different airports. Check all those airports out. You'll find there's lots of leading airports that you can do without any extra charge.
I was going to say that the fact that you've got so many airports available with no extra supplement, pick up the phone, dial and speak to the guys, and you'll be able to find out which is your closest airport and what supplements or not charged in that case. Yeah, so you embark in Corfu and then onto Kefalonia. The actual island itself, just superb. There's loads of different caves as well with stalagmites to go and look around. Quite cosmopolitan in the actual town square itself, and just fantastic place to go. Then you're on to Messina. Now this is quite a rare port actually for this part of the Med. You've got really, really old ancient history here. You've got some fantastic cathedrals to go to as well, and some of the piazzas are just fantastic, so it really is that sort of little taste of Italy. Then you are on to one of the biggest ports for those that love history. You're on to Naples. Now this is, if you want history, this is where you go to Pompeii, Herculaneum and Mount Vesuvius. If you want glamour, you can go to the Amalfi Coast, you can go to Capri, or if you want coffee and pizza, you stay in Naples. It's a great, you know, it's a real hustle and bustle in town. This is where the pizza originated from, and it's where some of the greatest coffee comes from as well. You'll see the streets quite literally littered with old Fiat 500s and the little Piaggio scooters.
Wonderful.
It really is, you know, that beep beep sort of noise of the town of Italy. Then you're on to one of the biggest ports. All I'd say is book your tours in advance.
Definitely.
Get your little travel guides out. You can do Rome in a day. The port that you're actually docking in is Civitavecchia, and then you can have a tour into the city. You can either do it by train, you can do it by bus either. You've got the Trevi Fountain, you've got the Vatican City, you've got the Colosseums, you've got Spanish Steps, you've got all these wonderful sites, and you can fit it in a day, but all I'd say is book the tours early to avoid disappointment. After that big day, you've got a nice relaxing day at sea, because I'll tell you what, after Rome, you'll need it. And then you're into Cartagena in Spain. This is where Hannibal's Spanish headquarters were during the Punic Wars.
Oh,
so
really?
there's loads of history there.
Gosh, yes.
You've got fantastic amphitheatres. Of course, the Romans were in there, the Moors. There's just so much to see and do in Cartagena. And it's a great little port as a tonic to Rome, where you've got such a sprawling city, and then you've got Cartagena. It's just that nice balance.
Lovely.
Then you've got one of my favourite ports. In fact, it was the first ever cruise port that I cruised into.
Really?
Gibraltar, the Rock. You've got to go up the Rock and see the monkeys. Just be warned, if you go up there, they'll take anything. They'll have bananas, they'll have sweets, they'll have cameras,
take all your food.
iPad, the lot.
Brilliant. Hang on to everything. Keep your bag zipped up.
I was going to say, talking of electronics, though, it's a really good duty-free haven as well. So if you do want to get your cameras and stuff like that, do your research. Good place to go there.
This is incredible for the price.
Yeah, well, from Gibraltar, you're on to Lanzarote. Now, this is just amazing. Go to the Montañas del Fuego, which is the Mountains of Fire. Lovely, fantastic island. And from Lanzarote onto Gran Canaria. This is the Golden Sand Dunes. This is Maspalomas City. This is really a place to go to enjoy not just the beaches but the culture as well. There's the Bandama Crater. There's some fantastic tapas bars there, and the Christopher Columbus Museum as well to boot. So lots to do in Gran Canaria. And then, of course, you're on to Tenerife, and this is where you disembark the ship and then fly back to the UK.
And, of course, if you think, well, actually, I'd like to stay a few days in Tenerife, Planet Cruise will sort that out for you. Perhaps you want to book your actual excursions in Rome, Planet Cruise can do that for you, either on the phones or on the website, all the www.planetcruise.co.uk. On board, it is absolutely a fabulous ship that you will fall in love with. You'll fall in love with the people, you'll fall in love with the entertainment.
Yeah, do you know, the great thing about it is a lot of people think of cruising as being very, very sort of prim and proper and quite stuffy. This is the fun, relaxed cruise line. Thomson is renowned for their entertainment. They've got some fantastic British entertainment. In fact, Keith, who joins us usually on a Tuesday, he used to be on board Thomson and Cunard as well. So certainly the entertainment-wise, superb. And it's all about that family atmosphere. You feel part of a family. Where lots of hotels and holiday camps used to have gala reunion weekends.
Yes.
When you go back onto a Thomson ship, it's like you're welcome back. It really is a fantastic family atmosphere.
You really are. Really sort of rare, different itinerary. You've got deposit only. You've got an exclusive offer going on at the moment. It's actually only £59 per person per night, which is amazing. And that includes all your tips, your service charges as well, which is amazing. Have a look at what's included. Jot down the phone number 0800 781 5458 and notice there is an ID number. Now the ID number is 102362. Mention that when you ring up if it's this cruise that you're interested in. You can check out all the various different prices, and of course they're there to sort out the excursions and things. But remember, with this you've got some fabulous regional flights. You've got a lot of flights that are included in the deal, but of course Planet Cruise is so good at sorting out those extra flights if you want to go from nearer to home. So if you do want to say, well actually could I fly from, please do that, because they are there to help you. That is what Planet Cruise are all about, making your holiday bespoke and exactly what you want it to be. But we do need to move on. We've got so much to fit in. We've got Cunard now, Queen Victoria, which my partner worked on board. This is Scandinavia, there's Hamburg, it's from Southampton. It's going to be a real special. Now, when you go from Southampton, you've often got an extra offer that you can take on board, and it's to add on a stay at the Marriott. It's a fabulous hotel. It's so nice to start your holiday the night before, and I know Sean actually has taken us down there, so you can have a little look around the hotel, because you could stay there for an extra evening too.
Planet Cruise have a great partnership with the Marriott Mean Valley 4-star hotel here in Southampton. Bed, breakfast, free car parking, transfers to and from the port are actually all included. Now, I arrived earlier yesterday. I had someone take care of my bags. I went for a swim. I had the most amazing night's sleep, and I've just finished off a hearty breakfast. And now, with my car safely parked, I'm about to take the chauffeur-driven shuttle to Southampton Port, which is a mere 12 miles away. And then when my cruise is over, they'll drop me off here and I can drive safely home. It's
fabulous, just for £75 per person.
Yeah, but that's
for the
not
night.
Just the hotel.
It's not, because you'll then get included your parking.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, your transfers to and from the ship.
If anybody's ever been out at Southampton, you know how busy it gets. So, you know, at least you've got that all set up and ready to go. You don't have to worry about booking the taxi. It's all done for you. And how much is it going to cost you to keep your car there? Great value, that Marriott.
Absolutely fabulous value for money. And, of course, you are going on board a fabulous ship as well. We're going to take a little look on board. It's the classic. It's what you think about cruising. It's Cunard and it's Queen Victoria.
Cunard have been taking people around the world for over 170 years. And what's more, they've been doing it with style and sophistication. They have one of the oldest histories, but youngest fleets, and all three current queens pay homage to that magical past whilst offering cutting-edge design and all the comforts of a modern cruise ship. Once you've tasted the food in the Britannia or the King's Court, many of you won't think of going anywhere else. But for those of you with adventurous taste, you can choose from numerous specialty restaurants. For a small cover charge that wouldn't even buy you a starter in the UK, you can sample Italian, Indian and French cuisine. But my top tip is to try the Asian-themed Lotus, because the scallop spring rolls are simply stunning. All the queens feature the famous Golden Lion pub, where a freshly pulled pint and some fish and chips will really hit the spot. Thank you. Other favourites include the cigar bar Churchill's, the bubbles of the Veuve Clicquot champagne bar, and the real jewel in the crown, the Commodore Club. Here, not only will you enjoy panoramic views, but also the skills of Cunard's famous martini mixologists. And my personal favourite recommendation is this, the cool as a cucumber martini. Cunard attracts some of the biggest names in entertainment. With extensive enrichment programmes and West End style shows and cabaret in the Royal Court Theatre, you won't be disappointed. My favourite thing though was the sheer amount of live music all around this ship, with party bands, jazz bands, full orchestras, pianists and even a harpist. It really is a music lover's heaven. I was lucky enough to work on all three ships in the fleet, and in that time I never once heard a crew member say no to a guest. And this is part of Cunard's legendary White Star service, an onboard mantra which all the crew from the captain down to the laundry boy embrace with pride. There's numerous options for your accommodation, from inside through to luxurious grill suites. All are en suite, offer 24-hour room service and 2 turn-down stay. But best of all, they all feature the Sealy Cunard mattress. Trust me, you will sleep like a baby.
It is absolutely beautiful. You've actually got £450 off the brochure price, and this is a really rare itinerary as well, isn't it?
Fantastic itinerary. There's only 2 ports, but they are brilliant, brilliant ports. The fact that you've got an overnight in Copenhagen.
That makes it so special.
Copenhagen's just a fantastic place. It's the birthplace, of course, of Hans Christian Andersen. If you've ever been there before, you've got to go and see the Little Mermaid, which is just down on the waterfront. All I'll say is don't get too excited. You expect it to be this big, big thing, and it's a little statue. But it's so well worthwhile going down there. There's actually some nice waterfalls and little displays around there as well, which is quite nice. You've got all these beautiful, colourful buildings, but you've got to go to Tivoli Gardens. The fact that you've got an overnight here, Tivoli is like a big fairgrounds. It's got a fantastic roller coaster there, which is one of the most famous and historic in the world. You've got Ferris wheels, you've got a lake with a Chinese pagoda and a galleon as well.
Oh, wow.
And this is what I'd say where you have your modern theme parks. No, this is not modern. This is old school and traditional. You really will have a fantastic time in Copenhagen as well. Shopping's really good as well. As you can imagine, it's very, very cosmopolitan as an actual city itself. There's the Little Mermaid, and definitely go to Tivoli in the evenings. I've got some great memories and some great photographs. They've got lots of street performers there as well. There's lots of different aquariums. There's the Tivoli Jackpot arcades, and there's even a Titanic exhibition as well. So if you do like your cruise history, then definitely one to go and have a look at.
It's going to be so different this we're cruising, like we said, from Southampton to Copenhagen. You get an overnight there, which is amazing. Then you get a relaxing day at sea to head you out to Hamburg.
Hamburg, this is really a great contrast to Copenhagen. It's a little bit of old Germany. You've got the Reeperbahn, which is a very famous area. Lots of dry docks as well, so you might see some other cruise ships in as well. Definitely worthwhile getting onto one of the little cruise ships that go around the actual port itself. But walk up into the old town, have a look around the squares, and keep an eye out for a little bar called the Tamer, because it's got a special little place in my heart, because that's where I proposed to my wife.
Oh, is it really?
It was the end of the day. We couldn't find anywhere, just went in there, it was perfect. And if you ever find it, you'll see exactly what I mean. It's all wooden clad inside of there. It's like a proper old boozer.
Oh,
and it's actually got a picture of Big Ben or St Stephen's Tower, whichever you want to call it. Just droop it over to the one side because he had a little bit too much to drink. So that sums up that. But it's a really fantastic little place to go to. Loads of little canals, loads of inland lakes as well. Plenty to see when you come to churches and architecture as well. You've got the town hall, the Christmas markets. If you ever get a chance to go there in Christmas, I know we're talking about January, I expect it'll all be closed down by then, but the actual town hall itself, look at that building. If you go in there, there's a fantastic restaurant downstairs. Just get in there nice and early at lunchtime to avoid any disappointment.
Something really to look forward to on the 3rd of January after all the Christmas celebrations have finished. And January always such a dull month. This is something you can look forward to at such an incredible, incredible price. We are then having another relaxing day at sea, sailing back to Southampton, but you want those fabulous days on board that ship, because this is luxury. This is the Queen Victoria.
You know, fantastic. I've actually been on the sister ship, so it's the same hull platform but completely different decor. Nice size ship as well. As you can see, all the luxurious spa facilities. You really have got that sense of what the old school cruising was all about. When they say about White Star service, you think of the White Star line.
Yes.
It's very much that tradition that is still kept alive with Cunard.
You've got a huge savings, so much included in this deal. It was originally just under £1,000. It's deposit only. It works out at £79 per person per night. And the fact you overnight on board in Copenhagen is so unusual.
You said the £79 per person per night. Remember, you've got the Marriott stay at £75
That's it.
per person. But that goes both ways. It shows you how much good value it is to be on such a great cruise ship with destinations, and also such great value, because if it's costing you £79 a night for the cruise, that's the Marriott stay and parking included. It's just phenomenal.
You have got so many reasons to book this. Your ID number there is actually 95712. So if you jump onto the phones, or if you want to look on the website, that is the number you want to quote for that one on the Queen Victoria. 2 fabulous cruises, but a 3rd one coming up. And this is MSC. This is on board the Opera. Now, we've got loads to tell you about this. It's 12 nights, it's Canaries, it's Majorca, it's Rome. So again, a different itinerary. I know you're going to absolutely love it on board. It really is a really super ship and a really super destination as well, or destinations, I should say.
Well, the shipping itself is an actual destination that you've got there. I mean, MSC, Mediterranean Shipping Company, they have got a long history in shipping in the Mediterranean. When you actually take a look at the VT you're about to see, this is the Lyrica, this is the sister ship. So very, very similar. It's just the decor that really changes, but it gives you an idea of exactly what experience you're going to have.
That's it. Very similar size ship, very similar looking ship. There might be a few sort of different sort of decorations and things.
I was going to say, can you see how modern she is?
Beautiful, aren't they? They have got, the MSC have got this really fabulous modern twist to them, haven't they?
I'd just say contemporary. I mean, I'd love to go on board a ship like this, and they are renowned for their food. You can imagine Mediterranean cuisine, but look at those lounges that you're going to be experiencing. And again, you have got, you know, a nice couple of days that you're going to be able to enjoy the ship. When you're cruising at sea, you've got all of the casinos on board as well. You've got the wonderful theatres. It really is an opportunity not to be missed. I'd probably end up being in the little coffee bars and the little cheese bars as well.
It's like a magnificent floating hotel. You are going to absolutely love it. And I've just seen as well that you've got an exclusive free upgrade from inside to ocean view, so you've got an ocean view cabin for these prices as well.
Just absolute great value.
And a free Cheers drinks package. This is amazing, for £59 per person per night.
Yeah, quite literally. And the drinks packages, we'll go into a little bit more detail.
Wow.
Unlimited consumption. It's just great.
This is an amazing one. Let's see where we're going, because we have got a fabulous deal with this. We are going to some beautiful, beautiful places. We're going to some places where you are guaranteed really to have that little bit of sunshine, which we always absolutely love. So let's see. We're starting first of all from London. We're flying to Nice. And that's where we board.
Yeah, and of course you've got a relaxing day at sea to familiarise yourself with the ship's amenities, and then you're into your first port of call, which you can get off and walk around, which is Gibraltar. It's the Rock again.
Yes.
And again, we mentioned this briefly earlier on. You know, it's just a great place to be able to get off in. It really will be one of those experiences. I mean, bear in mind that it was my first ever cruise port. The first thing I saw was a red telephone box. I was like,
funny.
how sort of British can you
Great,
get? So
perfect.
it just is great. Then you're on to Cadiz. Now, this is the essence of Spain. You've got a 15th century cathedral, which is the largest church in Cadiz, which is the Seville Cathedral. You've got the Sherry Bodega region as well, because of course very, very prevalent, producing fantastic sherries and wines. You've even got the Royal Andalusian School of Equestrian Art as well.
Oh,
so there's
right.
lots to do, you know, depending on really what floats your boat. Excuse the pun.
Absolutely.
Then you've got a nice relaxing day at sea, and then you're into one of my favourite ports of the Canaries, which is Funchal, Madeira.
So pretty.
Portuguese influence here, fantastic food. The flower market is one to go to. It's all undercover. It's quite a tropical island, so you will get little downpours, but as soon as it actually rains, then it dries. It's one of those great climates. That's why Winston Churchill loved it there. I don't know whether he's still there, but there used to be a chap that used to sell cigars on the street.
I thought you meant Winston now. I don't think he is, no.
I was going to say.
I don't think he's still there now, no.
The legend is that this chap, that's just down one of these little back streets, he's actually rolling cigars, and he's got a picture of Winston Churchill there.
Fabulous.
Apparently his family used to supply cigars to Winston Churchill.
Excellent.
I don't know how much of that is true, but it's a lovely little story. One place to go here is Blandy's. You've got to go to Blandy's and buy a bottle of Madeira wine, try the Madeira cake, and actually some of the restaurants, the best restaurants, are actually around the port itself.
Oh, right.
So,
and that's the great thing, top tips from Justin as well. And we're moving on from one beautiful island to another, because we're going then to Lanzarote.
Into Lanzarote, yeah, we touched on this earlier on with the Mountains of Fire. You've got the Timofea National Park as well. Remember, these are volcanic islands, so the landscape is completely different from what you'd usually see in the Mediterranean. Of course, you've got Lanzarote, where you've got loads of underground grottos as well. Really, really unusual architecture as well. Cesar Manrique has designed a lot of the buildings there. It's sort of like something like the 60s, like Austin Powers, all circular but concrete. So go and explore. After Lanzarote, you've got a relaxing day at sea, and then you're back to Malaga. And again, this comes back to the heart of what is Spanish. You've got, well, this is the home of Picasso, Antonio Banderas. You can see the bull ring there as well. So it's all about the culture. It's all about tapas. It's all about shopping. And if you want to do a little bit of history, then you've got the Alcazaba Fort, which is the largest on the Costa del Sol. So if you want to go and see a little bit of history. Then you've got the highlight of this cruise, which is an overnight in Palma. This is just fantastic. It's great in the day. You've got Las Ramblas, which is a miniature version of the big Las Ramblas in Barcelona. Great for shopping, great for food as well. And just take a look at this fantastic island. I mean, Mallorca is an island. You may have actually been there on a family holiday, so you've got probably loads of great memories already. But just go in there and enjoy a daytime. Go back to the ship. All of your wardrobes there, you haven't had to unpack. And then you can change and then go back out in the evening. And all I would say is, look, you've travelled that distance, go out in the evening. It's a fantastic, safe and comfortable island to be on. Go around some of the marinas. If the further you go out from the tourist areas, the better it gets. You just will not believe. We actually took a taxi ride. It was about 15 euros. This is going back 5-10 years ago probably. Up the coast, and there was this fantastic little marina with a Japanese restaurant. The boats that were in there, as in the marina, and the cars, you thought you were in Monaco. Oh, there was Ferraris there was BMWs, and it was just that, you know, look at me, I'm in Mallorca. Go and just go and play for the day. Just you know, just make out that you're somebody you're not. Be that celebrity.
And that's what it's all about, having a fabulous holiday, enjoying it to the tilt, and really feeling special, feeling like you are a celebrity, and that's going to allow you to do just that. And after that overnight on board, we're then going to set off the following day to Rome.
Well, should we just hit all the places that you've got to see? You've got to see Vatican City, you've got to see the Colosseum, you've got to see Trevi Fountain, you've got to see all of these things in one day. You can do it, but just book your tours in advance.
And of course you can do that with Planet Cruise as well. They'll book all those tours up for you, because you can really do so much in a day in Rome. This is incredible. And then we're heading back for our flight.
Yes. Yeah.
So we really have had a fabulous heading back to Genoa for our flight home back to London. Have a look at what you've got. You have got so much for your money. You really have got an incredible deal. In November, I could go for my birthday. I keep seeing ones for my birthday. You've got that free upgrade from the inside to the ocean view. You've also got the free Cheers drinks package included in this as well. So this is making this very much all-inclusive, because you've got a great drinks package
unlimited
there.
Consumption. That doesn't mean, you know, drink responsibly. But
Absolutely.
Again, you don't have to worry. And if you want an extra glass, have another glass. You're on holiday.
Incredible deal. Do check out your regional flights as well. Jot down your ID number. It's 812. So 812. And that is cruise number 3. But we have got still three other cruises to get through, and one being a river cruise, which is going to be fabulous. But we've got a caller.
Yes.
So it's Glenn from the call centre. Hiya, Glenn.
Hi guys, how are you? You okay?
Oh, good. How are you?
I'm all right, Hayley. You looking forward to your holiday next week?
I can't wait. It's next week. I booked with Glenn, so you need to ring up. It's people like Glenn that you do speak to. I am so excited. Can't wait.
I know. I bet you're looking forward to it. But
I am. Hopefully, I'll be ringing into the show next week with a bit of luck.
Hopefully, exactly.
That's it. So that's what we're planning. But great. You're busy, are you, at the call centre?
This August has just been crazy. It's been the busiest month of the year so far.
Brilliant.
But I just wanted to give you a quick call, guys. We've just had a deal come through, which is an absolute cracker today. Royal Caribbean have been on the phone this morning and offered us 28th of November on Splendour of the Seas. This is a 16-night cruise, fantastic, going out of Venice, one of the best sail-outs in the world, and then sailing all the way through to Dubai on this one.
Wow.
Beautiful cruise on this one. I'm taking in the Suez Canal, which is one of the highlight ports. It's also down to Salalah in Oman. You've got the holy land of Jerusalem and Haifa as well. But the best thing about this is the price. Inside cabin for 16 nights is starting at $799 per person.
No. 16 nights? You're cruising to Dubai?
Cruising from Venice to Dubai for flights included, transfers for 16 nights for $799.
$799?
Yeah, we've got better than that, Hayley.
I was just going to say.
We've got even better. You can have 2 nights stay in Venice at the start and go out a couple of days early for $899.
No.
Or you can either do 2 nights at the end as well. So you can do 2 nights at Venice at the start, 2 nights in Dubai at the end, and that's only starting at $999, and that takes you to a 20-night package.
Less than £1,000?
That is amazing. I don't know how you get these deals, but thank you for letting us know about that. That's fabulous, Glenn.
No problem. And as I said, I think the phones are going to be busy. 50
I think
quid
you're
a day.
going to be really busy. If I wasn't sitting here, I'd be back on the phone to you. So do jump on the phones to Glenn and to all the other guys at the call centre. Thanks so much. Take care, darling. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Ta-da. Bye-bye.
Or jump onto the website. But I do say the phones are the best because they just have such amazing, amazing knowledge. But we need to move on because we have got our next cruise coming up.
Yeah.
This is Princess Cruises, very close to my heart because I've been on board so many Princess. It's the Diamond Princess, and this is all I've put here is wow, because this is one of those, oh my goodness, this is one chance in a lifetime. Some amazing places, some amazing things to see. The bullet train is actually included in this deal as well. Let's have a little look at exactly what we've got here, because we're starting off first of all in Tokyo.
Yeah, well, you know, what a great place to start in. And remember, you're actually getting your 2-night stay in a 4-star hotel here. This is the land of sumo wrestling. This is the land of sake. This is the shopping and pedestrian districts where you've got old versus new. I mean, you've got the fantastic pagodas, and the tradition is just absolutely amazing. But some of the new places that you can go to see, the cosmopolitan areas, and of course you've got the famous pedestrian walkway like the zebra crossing where everybody has to cross. You've got to go and see that. But really, for me, it's just a package. You get Tokyo, then you get the bullet train. I mean, this is an experience. If you've ever wanted to fly on Concorde or go on the Orient Express, this is the cruise for you. There's the little zebra crossing, little zebra crossing, the massive zebra crossing that I'm talking about. But yeah, the bullet train for me is definitely one of the highlights. It takes it up to 200 miles an hour, and of course this is where you're going to be travelling to Mount Fuji. Now, this is all before you join the cruise ship itself, and the highlight, the fireworks festival, it's a massive tradition out there. The actual festival is one of about half a dozen, and all of the fireworks, they're all hand-held fireworks. I know this sounds crazy.
Amazed me.
They've literally got these sort of bamboo launchers where they have. So when you see these videos of you know, these parts of the world where it's all just crazy and there's firecrackers going off, this is what you're going to see.
Brilliant.
But don't think it's going to be 5th of November, 20 minutes over, a toffee hour apple, and it's over. Oh, no, 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 no. These actual fireworks displays last for hours. They can be up to 2 hours long.
It is absolutely incredible. Of course, you've got that 2-night stay to start off with. Then you get on board the Diamond Princess. Let's have a little look on board because she is a beauty. I love the Princess ships. They've got that a look about them that, you know, as soon as I see inside, I know it's a Princess ship.
Well, it's the American side to P&O, so for P&O passengers and British passengers, you're going to love this. She's a Grand Class ship. She's got absolute masses of deck space, fantastic facilities on board, things like movies underneath the stars as well, where you can watch you know, some of the latest movies. In the daytime, they've got plenty of deck barbecues and pool activities, and just generally a fantastic ship to be on board.
It really is going to be a special cruise, including all the extras with your stay at the beginning, including as well the fireworks festival, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Incredible value for money. It is deposit only, and it is, I know, selling very, very fast. So if you are looking at this, they're very limited already on availability on the Ocean View. So do make sure, if this is one for you, that as soon as you decide, you jump onto those phones. Jump onto the phones and just inquire as well. Sort out those sort of regional airports and things. It really is something that would normally be, to visit all these places, such an expensive thing to do, just for flights, without even thinking about where you're staying. You're staying on board that fabulous ship that we're just looking at, and seeing the most amazing destinations.
Yeah, and again, you know, as we said, you know, Tokyo itself, you've got that 2-night stay there, so really do get out and experience it. You've got Mount Fuji there, which is just one of those amazing sights that you just have to see. You've got those pagodas as well that are overlooking the cosmopolitan areas where you see all the shopping districts as well. Just go and try the food out there. If you're one of these people, oh, I'll try it, just go and try it, because it really is worth it. I mean, look at that view. Remember, you're staying overnight there, 2 nights in Tokyo, one of the most probably technologically advanced cities on the face of the planet, so you can imagine the light displays. It puts Piccadilly Circus to shame, really. So really enjoyed Tokyo. Then you're going to be transferring across, of course, on the bullet train. so you'll see all those wonderful sights of Mount Fuji, and then to Yokohama as well. The only thing is, with Tokyo and Yokohama and Mount Fuji, I'm just thinking Formula One, because there's all these great race circuits that have always been out there. If you get a chance to go and see them, go and see them. But this is, for me, Nagoya. It's the fireworks festival. It's the Toyohashi Fireworks Festival. You've got to try the local delicacy, which is the chikawa. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. But it's basically a baked sausage roll that's actually made out of fish. So if you like seafood, of course, remember, Japanese culture, big thing about raw fish out there. Look at the fireworks displays.
Gosh.
And remember, this is not 20 minutes, 5th of November firework night, you know, a couple of bangers and you're home. No, this is explosions. This is the culture that really made fireworks that it is. And the reason why it's so big is because these fireworks are warding off the evil spirits.
Oh, right. Well, this has been going on for 400 years, hasn't it?
Just hundreds of years and thousands of years of culture culminating in one of the greatest displays.
Going to be part of that, which is incredible. So what happens after that?
The next day is a day at sea, but you're actually cruising through some of the straits and inland seas of Japan.
Oh, gosh.
So, you know, if those of you who do like a nice relaxing day on the promenade deck, to take in some of the scenery, then, you know, after these really big ports, this is just going to be fantastic to have a nice relaxing day.
That's going to be absolutely incredible. This is one of those off the bucket list, something so different. Perhaps you've got a special occasion. It's the 6th of September 2016. Perhaps you've got an anniversary around that date. This is going to be that special cruise, something you will never ever forget, something that's going to be with you forever. And that having a relaxing day at sea after that, we're then moving on. And moving on to where?
Well, it's Busan. You saw the wonderful images there of Busan. Very spiritual place. But onto Nagasaki, you can see here, again, this is a very historic port, especially for those of you who want to look back at history. Then, of course, you can go to the Memorial Park, which is the Madam Butterfly Peace Memorial Park. So you've got the massive peace statue there erected in memory of world peace after the second detonation of the atomic bomb. You've got the Atomic Bomb Museum as well. And then you've also got the history and the culture that predates all of the war, which of course is the Shimbara Castle and Village, which is a samurai village. So again, to go and see samurai warriors and see you know, that original culture, something completely different.
Something so different. That's exactly. It's so rare. This. We're then moving on to where?
Well, I think my producer can actually pronounce it better than I can.
I wasn't even going to give it a try.
It's like Yashirisho. I sort of try and say it fast. But this city was actually developed around a Shinto shrine. So again, it's a big cultural hub. You've got a fantastic. I mean, look at these landmarks that you've got here. You've got the contrast of culture. It really is. You've actually got the flight of 777 steps, which are actually cut into a mountain that you can go up. Apparently, it's well worth walking up there because the scenery, as you can imagine, you've got little benches and stuff up at the top, and shopping enthusiasts will love the Hanamashi, which is the covered arcade that runs several city blocks. It's got all the sort of authentic curios that you can bring home.
Brilliant. We've got a relaxing day at sea then, and heading back to pick up our flight from...
Back into Yokohama, yeah, and then fly back to the UK.
This is something so incredible. It's 12 nights. You've got incredible price when you think about how much it would cost just to get those flights to travel to these places on board a super ship. Have a look at what is on sort of included. You have got so much for your money. You've got the opportunity to see that fabulous firework festival, which is something so special. Been going on for 400 years now. You're going to be part of that, and of course you've got your hotel stay with extra tours as well, and that trip on the bullet train. Write down the ID number for this. It's 101980, and of course jump onto the phones 0800 781 5458 or onto the website planetcruise.co.uk. But we do need to move on to, of course, our Planet Cruise number 5, and this is Celebrity Cruises, which you know you've got 5-star luxury on board the Eclipse. This is actually 14 nights, a Scandinavia-Russia cruise, so this is again going to be something that is so special. I want you to have a little look at exactly what you're going on board, what you're going to be travelling on, and what joys you're going to see.
Launched in 2010 by round-the-world English yachtswoman Emma Pontin, the multi-award-winning Celebrity Eclipse is one of the most beautiful and well-appointed ships I've ever had the pleasure of sailing on. Welcome to modern luxury. There's daily enrichment opportunities on board with hands-on art classes, Rosetta Stone language courses, engaging public speakers, and even a chance to polish your jive or learn Zumba. But best of all is this place. It's called the Lawn Club. Real grass, expansive views, live concerts, lawn bowls, croquet, and just behind me, the excellent hot glass show. Each one of Eclipse's 12 bars has its own unique feel. Try a new wine or two at Cellar Masters. Lovers of luxury will adore the skill of the mixologists at the world's first ever world-class bar. But if you like to be in the heart of the action, then definitely try the Martini Ice Bar. Over 100 amazing cocktails, juggling bartenders, and the chance to write your name in the ice. There are 10 restaurants to choose from, so as you cruise around the world, so do your taste buds. You can dive into a delicious plate of true rustic Italian cuisine at the Tuscan Grill, or devour a plate of filet mignon in the French-themed and Michelin-star quality Muranos. But for something that sums up celebrity in a nutshell, you simply must try cuisine. The menu is presented on an iPad, and it includes things like sushi lollipops, lobster escargot, popcorn fish, and disco shrimp. I'll tell you what, eating has never been so much fun. The plush main theatre on board of Celebrity Eclipse offers cutting-edge shows to rival the West End, Vegas and Broadway, with musical theatre tribute shows and song and dance spectaculars. Designed by a very talented group of 5 ladies, and with 6 different varieties to choose from, all of Celebrity Eclipse's staterooms offer true modern luxury. From comfortable inside staterooms through to these gorgeous suites, which feature floor-to-ceiling windows, panoramic balconies and your own private butler. Trust me, once you've unpacked, you won't ever want to leave.
You won't. You are going to love it. You're starting in Southampton. You can add on the stay in the Marriott as well from £79. That'll include your parking and your transfers to the ship if you want to. You can sort that with Planet. But where are we going, first of all, from Southampton?
Let's just say there's so much to get in here. I'm going to give you the highlights.
Fabulous.
Port 1, Bruges. You've got chocolate, you've got canals. It's a fantastic place to get lost. Also, you've got fantastic beers there as well, because, of course, we're part of Belgium. After that, you've got a nice relaxing day at sea, and then you're into Warnemünde, which is obviously the gateway for Berlin. You can go here, so obviously you get your passport, stand by Checkpoint Charlie at the Berlin Wall. You can go to the Holocaust Museum. You can learn so much about the rich history that is in Berlin. Then you've got another relaxing day at sea, and then you're off to Estonia, one of my favourite ports. Tallinn. You've got the Old Town, and as you walk into the Old Town, there's a fantastic flower market on the left-hand side.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to get some flowers. Take them back on board the ship. You know, enjoy it. You want to make your cabin really nice and homely. You've got a lovely town square, and again, a fantastic cultural place. These guys, they speak near enough every language under the sun.
Amazing.
Then you're on to the highlight of this cruise, which is St. Petersburg. You've got an overnight on board. In St. Petersburg, you got to go to the Hermitage. It's one of the largest museum collections. Some fantastic artwork there. And go to the markets, because you'd never believe what you'd be able to get in Russia. The military memorabilia that you can get, like the Russian hats, and the sort of scars and stuff and badges.
Yeah.
You've got to go there. But it's the overnight. All I'm going to say is go to the ballet. Even if you're not into the arts and cultures, go to the ballet. You will not be disappointed. After that, you're going into Helsinki. Of course, this is the Scandinavian country. This is the daughter of the Baltic. You've got neoclassical buildings, fantastic shopping here, and a really, really vibrant city. From Helsinki, you're on to Stockholm, and this is a small rocky harbour that you're actually going to be going into. This is the capital of Scandinavia, really before this. I mean, the city began life over 7 centuries ago, and is really, really big on its seafood and fish markets. You've got a nice relaxing day at sea after that, and then you're on to Copenhagen. We talked about it earlier on. You've got to go to the Hans Christian Andersen Little Mermaid statue. You've got to have a walk around the town, and of course you've got to go to Tivoli Gardens.
And then you've got a couple of relaxing days at sea to take you back to Southampton. Great dates in May,
no
June
flying.
and July. No flying at all. Pack and take whatever you want. Some selected dates will give you 2 nights on board in St. Petersburg. And you have got so many great deals, and also some really great drinks packages. I mean, Celebrity Cruises, I mean, an incredible company that it is luxury, isn't it?
I was going to say
modern luxury.
Yeah, I don't know whether Ruth from Celebrity, she's usually here on the sofa. It is modern luxury. You know, their wines are superb. Their craft beers are amazing. And if you get to go onto the Lawn Club, which is the real grass, they've got over an acre up on deck. There's some fantastic barbecues on there. And all I'd say, even though you're going to the Scandinavian Russian ports, it's cold in the evening, but it's fantastically warm in the midday sun. So, you know, just go careful with what you actually take.
Have a look at what's included. Remember that, of course, Planet Cruise are top agents for celebrity cruises. You've got great dates. If you book that ocean view, you'll actually receive a free drinks package. If you go for the balcony or above, you've got the free drinks package plus a $300 onboard spend. If you go for Aqua, you've got premium drinks, $300 onboard spend and unlimited Wi-Fi. Itineraries will differ from various departure dates, but they will tell you all about that on the actual phones. These are the packages, and I think Celebrity do some of the best drinks packages.
Definitely, and you can see there's a package to suit everybody. Even the standard package is a fantastic offer that you've got there on beers, wines and spirits, and it just gets even better. And, you know, with the prices that you are getting from Planet Cruise, again, another fantastic offer. Look at those dates and look at those prices. And
deposit only, so you can look forward to this. It's something that's so nice to get booked up and think, oh my goodness, where are we going? You are going to some fabulous destinations, and don't forget the overnight as well in St Petersburg.
Go to the ballet.
So jump onto the phones, 0800 781 5458. Remember, of course, you have got that ID number 87261. If you are going with the concierge, you can see there you've got all those extras as well, so it's well worth upgrading, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And the Aqua class is absolutely incredible. So if you want to make it extra special, that's the way to do it, and it will be absolutely first class service, as it always is with Celebrity. But we have saved one of the best till last, though I think they've all been fabulous. It's the Viking cruise.
Yeah.
These are incredible river cruises. We've got a 16-night. It's something pretty special, isn't it? Because so much is in with these deals. I
was going to say, just the highlights of this cruise. You got 2 nights in Hanoi, you got 3 nights in Siem Reap, you got 2 nights in Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, and 14, that's 14 guided tours, including a tour around Angkor Wat, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Gosh.
And you've got the culture curriculum with the Aspara dance show in Siem Reap as well.
It's amazing. You've even got free airport parking. There is so much. It's a French balcony. So much included in this. It's something, they just think of everything. You've actually got your drinks with your meals. You've got all those onshore excursions.
I think there's one thing to point out. And when you see that price for a French balcony, you think, wow, that's expensive. But when you see what's included, then you realise the phenomenal value of something completely different. We're not talking thousands of passengers, we're talking 56 cabins.
Which
you
is
have
amazing.
got just one-to-one service that you would just not believe. And look at the places that you're going to be seeing as well. Some of these wonderful temples that time has forgotten. You know, you look at this and you think of Indiana Jones, you think of Tomb Raider, you think of these wonderful locations that you are going to be seeing that are thousands of years old. Look at the sort of ship that you're going to be on as well.
Wonderful.
Something completely contrasting from the larger ocean liners as well.
They've been built, haven't they, for the river cruises, but for the particular rivers that they're on.
Exactly, and you know they really are regional. Where you get some flat-bottom cruise ships that are designed for the Caribbean and they come across to the Med. No, these ships just stay in their locality, and I mean, look at the food that you're going to have on board as well. And because you've only got 56 cabins on board, it's more of an intimate experience.
Absolutely.
Where you will really, you know, interact with the other passengers on board and really immerse yourself in this culture.
And of course, if you've cruised quite a lot and you want something really different, perhaps this could be that different cruise. Try a river cruise. They are becoming so popular, and we now are more regularly getting them on the Planet Cruise TV show as well. But let's have a little look where we're going, because we start off, first of all, we fly from the UK, don't we? And we get a 2-night stay, first of all, before we get on board.
2-night stay in Hanoi, and this is obviously the former capital of French Indonesia. You've got a fantastic chance to actually get out and about, stretch your legs, and of course, you know, acclimatise, because it's completely different. Then, of course, you've got those first 2 days. Now, even though you've got time on your own, you're going to be visiting museums. You're going to be going to the Hanoi Hilton, where the American POWs were, Hanoi's Temple of Literature, the One Pillar Pagoda, and the Opera House and St Joseph's Cathedral. That's all in day 2.
Wow.
You can see how much is crammed in here. Absolutely. I'm not going to really do it justice because there's so much to get in. But on to day 3 in Hanoi, you get a ride through Hanoi's old quarter and an electric car. And then in the evening, then you're going to be seeing the cultural curriculum, which is the Aspire dance show. Into day 4, this is the big one for me, Angkor Wat, Cambodia. You're going to be going to Siem Reap, which is the UNESCO World Heritage Site. You'll get a wonderful opportunity to go out onto the Terrace of the Elephants and the Terrace of the Leper King. And then you'll also get a chance to see the Bayon Temple as well, which is famous for all of its stone carvings. That evening, you'll actually dine at a local restaurant. All of that is included. And again, you know, just take that price on screen, break it down. How much have you done so far? 14 tours, including Angkor Wat as well. Day 5, you're going to be still staying in Cambodia at Angkor Wat, but this time you're going to have a blessing at a Hindu temple. So you'll see magnificent carvings of Shiva and Vishnu, and then go to Taprom, which is just, the temples of Angkor are just like nothing you've ever seen before. After lunch, you'll actually go to a local village, which is actually supported by Viking River Cruises, and you'll see some of the local children who's benefiting from your cruise actually going there. So it's really brilliant. In that evening, then you'll have a Cambodian circus show as well, which is music and dance and acrobatics. Really is fantastic. Day 6, you're into Kampong Cham, which is Cambodia. Cambodia again. Of course, this is a central location, and this is where you join the actual ship itself, and you'll be welcomed on board with an officer's cocktail party, which is quite impressive. When you're actually in Cambodia, you're going to get to see so much. You'll see the Twin Holy Mountains. You'll also get to go to one of the orphanages as well, and a silk weaving village as well. So if you really want to indulge in some of the fabrics there, it's going to be brilliant. Day 8, this is Phnom Penh in Cambodia. You're going to have a blessing again from the local monks. There's also a fantastic village there, which is brilliant for silver. So if you want to bring back something of your holiday, then that's a great chance to do it as well. Loads of temples in Phnom Penh as well. So if you want to check some of those out. And then in that evening, you'll actually have a presentation about Cambodian history by a local expert that they bring on board the actual ship.
That's the nice
itself.
thing, isn't it? You really are amongst the locals, which is wonderful.
We're only about halfway through this cruise. You can see, you know how much you really are getting. You've got the Royal Palace with a spectacular silver pagoda. You've got a tour of the National Museum of Cambodia as well, all in Phnom Penh. Then you're on to the Mekong River, and this is where you're going to be sailing down the mother river of Southeast Asia. It really is a fantastic day. That day 10 is just on the river. Then you're into Vietnam, and this is where you're going to get a traditional rickshaw ride on the Tan Chau. I hope I pronounced that correctly. But it's just these little tuk-tuks and rickshaws, which you just absolutely love. You'll get different things as well. There's a presentation as well of a film in that evening before you get into Sadek, because, of course, this is where the French-Indonesian film L'Amante, The Lover, was actually based, where you've got a sort of illicit affair between a French-Indonesian girl and a wealthy Chinaman. So you get to see then the next day in Vietnam where it was all based.
Oh, wow.
Then into day 13, Ho Chi Minh City. This has got to be the hustle and bustle of Vietnam. This is just going to be an amazing chance to see Reunification Palace, the Central Post Office, the Notre Dame Cathedral, and of course this is where you're checking into your 2-night stay in a hotel. And again, you get your local restaurant dinner included as well. Then on to day 14 in Ho Chi Minh City again, you get to spend some of your dong, because of course that's the Vietnamese currency. You go to the Dong Quai Street, the Grand City Hall, the Opera House, and you'll go to one of the most famous markets as well. And then on day 15, before you actually check out your hotel, you have a fantastic breakfast, and then, well, if you wanted to, you can really enjoy that last few moments of a culture that you probably will never experience again.
It is a once-in-a-lifetime. You've got so much included with this. It is a super ship. It's luxury. It's not a huge big ship with loads and loads
56
of passengers.
cabins. Yeah.
How amazing is that going to be? Have a little look. I don't think you can see everything that is included because you've got 3 different hotels that you're staying in, one for 2 nights, one for 3 nights, and the last one at the end of the holiday for another 2 nights. You've got everything included in it. You've got major highlights. You've got drinks with meals. You've got your excursions as well. 14 different excursions. You've got free Wi-Fi. I mean, free airport parking. There are so many things. It's £1,000 off the regular brochure price. You've got amazing value for money. So if this is the one for you, do just ask about the Viking cruise that you've seen on the Deal on Planet Cruise TV show today. So jump onto the phones, jump onto the website. Wow. What an hour. Let's have a quick review. Let's see what we started off with. We started off, I do believe, with Thomson. Now, this was on the Majesty. This was a great cruise that took us for 11 nights. I mean, you've got so many great places on here. It's Corfu through to Tenerife. The 30th of October, it really is a taste for adventure cruise. Very rare, great flights available that are in with that lead price as well. And the ID number there is 102362. Fabulous price, exclusive offer actually as well. Moving on to Cunard. Now, this was on board the Victoria, another rare sort of trip. This is Northern Europe, it's Scandinavia, Hamburg, and it's from Southampton, so you can of course add on a stay in the Marriott if you want to. It's overnight on board in Copenhagen, which will be amazing. Huge savings, was £1,000 originally. You've got deposit only, so 95712 is your deal or your ID number for deal number 2. Moving on to our cruise number 3, top agent for MSC. This is the MSC Opera. 12 nights, Canaries, Majorca, Rome. This is going to be really special, exclusive free upgrade from inside to ocean view. It works out £59 per person per night, and you've got that free drinks package as well, the Cheers package. Incredible deal. And moving on to number 4, which number 4 was Princess. I put wow because this is something so different. This is Japan. This included that fabulous firework festival that's been going over 400 years. An amazing opportunity. It's selling very fast, and if you're interested in the ocean view, that's getting quite limited. We've got Celebrity, that was the Eclipse, that was Scandinavia and Russia Cruise from Southampton. No fly, £92 per person per night. Loads of extras including with that. Look at all the drinks packages. Talk to the call centre, 87261. And you've got the Viking cruise that we just looked at. There's so much there, I can't even begin to tell you, but do jump onto the phones, ask for more details. You've got lots of hotel stays, 14 different actually tours included as well. Check everything out on the website, all the w's.planetcruise.co.uk. Jot down the phone number 0800 781 5458, because honestly, if there's anything you're unsure of, if there's anything you think, I wonder if I could stay there for a little bit longer, if there's any reason why you think, I wonder if that cruise would be better for me than this cruise, the people on the phones, they know. They've been on these cruises, they've been to these places. You tell them what they want and they'll make that cruise work for you. But
definitely, for those of you that have done ocean cruising, you've done your Caribbean, try the Viking River Cruise, find out one of the representatives and go through that itinerary and just see what's included. Again, we've said about the 14 tours, but all the different things that are included on board the ships. And that really is where you understand the true meaning of that value and the locations that you're going to.
And don't forget the extra cruise we heard from Glenn as well, from the Royal Caribbean. That was for 16 nights, Venice to Dubai, £799. We've had some incredible deals. But do just please jump on the phone and say, I saw it, I want to ask more questions about it, and they will be there to help. It's always an absolute pleasure. Thanks for your company. Thanks for your company as well.